Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, what do I say? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate. I don't take it for granted. We are still moving forward, still road to 4K subscribers, but we are doing very well, honestly speaking. I can't complain. Thank you so much for watching my videos, liking my videos, commenting on my videos. I really do appreciate, honestly. Share my videos. Tell your friends to tell your friends to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your family. Tell your mates. Tell your college mates, your university mates. Yes, please. Tell everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, in this video, based on a true story, my own experience. Are you ready for this video? Okay, let me put it like this. Based on my experience, if you're planning or you've ever thought of moving abroad, this video is for you. Please watch it till the end and comment. Please just comment on what you would like. Okay, let me first put this phone into silent mode because I don't want distractions. Yes. So, yes, as I said, if you've thought of moving abroad, this video is for you. Please stay till the end. Comment on my videos. Let me know what you'd like to hear from me. I'm an RN, registered nurse, who, okay, let me introduce myself for the new viewers. I'm an RN who studied in Kenya, worked in Kenya for about 5 years, and then moved abroad. That is in the UK. So far, I've been here for over 3 years in the UK, and now I'm sharing my experience. True story. So it's story time. So I remember, okay, if you've not watched my video about why I moved abroad, why I chose to move from Kenya to come to the UK, please go back and watch it and you'll understand why I made that decision. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how I got the job, how I managed, like how it was the first day in the UK. So I'm going to talk about that. So this is what happened. Once I made the decision to move abroad, I followed all the like all the procedure that was needed to come to the UK based on the, we have to do some exams, the English test, we had to do the CBT, all those exams. And then I went for the TB test. I think I've done a video about that. Please just go watch my first, I think that was the second video I did. So I've talked about what was needed to come to the UK. So in this case, after doing all those things all together, and then it was time for job application. So the process of job application started. In this case, we had an agency. Okay, shout out to Kenyan nurse who are very helpful. They were really helping us. But now, that year, guess what happened? Sadly, the government said that they are going to be recruiting directly from, like they're going to, the UK, people from the UK, the UK employers will not send agencies to recruit people from Kenya. So what was to happen? We were supposed to have direct applications. And in this case, what happened? This affected us. Because looking at things, for direct, if you have these direct applications, it is not as easy as when someone is doing it for you, because they definitely know, this employer knows that they truly need someone to work for them. So they are going to go through the process with you. So the fact that the government said we need to apply directly, or rather, okay, I've actually remembered they say that we need to apply through the government. That is, we send our applications to the government, so that to our Kenyan government, so that they can be able to look for jobs for us. So there was no direct applications to the UK. Luckily, before then, I had tried to apply some jobs. So I remember I had applied lots of NHS hospitals, and I was just getting regrets. But I was still hopeful. You can imagine you've done the whole process. You spent a lot of money on the exams, and here comes the government saying that we need to send the applications to them so that they can apply the jobs for us. This meant that the process will be slow. And also the opportunities, I think they just, based on the what happened that time, the opportunities, lessened. So I was still hopeful. I applied jobs. You see, there are those jobs also come on social media. In this case, let me talk about social media. We use social media for different things. Entertainment. Some people use social media for jobs, work. Others just use it for fun. It depends on what you use social media for. So I remember there was this advertisement on Facebook. What you keep on browsing on your phone most of the time, that is what will be coming up in your feeds. So in this case, let me ask you a question, guys. What do you mostly use social media for? If you use social media, for instance, to look for different medication, side effects, mode of action, that is what, anytime you open your social media pages, that will be the most suggested content on your phones. So that time, because I was applying for jobs, every time I just opened my Facebook, my Instagram, if you've not followed me on Facebook, please go follow Terry Joy. On Instagram, Terry Joy as well. Please follow me. Yes. So in this case, what happened? When I applied for the job on Facebook, when I got that advertisement, luckily I was scheduled for interview. How I got my first job in the UK, it was through that Facebook advertisement. And after application, I was scheduled for interview. The same day, immediately after that interview, I got another letter, another invitation for an interview in NHS, and another one in a care home. And I was like, oh my God, thank you for opening these doors for me. You can imagine having 3 job opportunities, and you're there calling your friends who are already in the UK. What do you think about this job offer? Because I passed all the interviews. What do you think about this other one? What do you think? Because I did all the interviews, actually. We were well prepared by Kenyan nurse. Again, shout out to Kenyan nurse. So I was there deliberating, where should I go? What should I do? You know nothing about the UK, and you're there. Given that chance, you need to really choose what you want. And I was like, yo, come on. I prayed about it, asked my friend about it, did lots of research about it. I'm telling you, that moment, you even use the Google map, you check the satellite, you even know where the location of that place is. And so at this moment, after doing my research, and it was time for me to choose a place where I wanted to work. And it's still the employer I chose is still my current employer, and I don't regret, honestly. Yes. Okay, that will be another video. So I chose my place, like the place where I wanted to come and work in the UK. I was so happy. I was so excited because this is my dream come true. And at that time, you were like praying hard that nothing comes in between that job you've already gotten, and the rules which keep on changing every time. And then I'm praying, oh God, please, I want the best. I don't want anything to come again in between, because the job search has been something else compared to the previous years. And God answered my prayers. So immediately I got the offer. And we started, email back to back, asking when I need to start. Okay, the job offer ahead the day, but we have to also plan things back home. You have to leave everything in order because you have a family, you have a child, you need to know where to leave the child, all those factors considered. And it was time to go for my visa. Oh my God. I was so happy. I applied for the visa, I got the visa, and it was time to pay for my flights. Oh God, hey, I'm so grateful for such opportunities that I get to experience in life, which I always dreamt of. Since I was very young, I really dreamt of moving abroad. And because these opportunities had opened up, I was so happy and excited. Okay, so I have my visa, I have my ticket, and it was now time to move to the UK. So the date is there. Actually, being the first time, I've never, honestly, that international flight was my first flight. It was scary. I was anxious, leaving family. Okay, at that point, let me be honest, I was not thinking about, the fact that you're really leaving the family, because I was very hopeful that one day, one time, they're going to join me. But what I was thinking about is, how will I start again? I really need to visit this new country. How is it like? And the mates we have, okay, can I say the mates? Okay, life is way better compared to back home. But there are other things, as I said in the previous video, that we didn't know, that we didn't know, like we would miss, like the food. Yes, all those things, the food, our family. Yes, so I was really focused. I want to start this new journey. Let me see how it is. Being a go-getter, let me see how things will flow. And here I was, it was time to travel. On my travel day, family accompanied me. Parents were happy, everyone was happy, waving goodbye, and I'm there asking myself, oh my God, how will I live without my family? How will I start again? I know nobody in the UK, just friends who I even don't think we are going to see each other because they were working far away from where I was. And this time, I waved them goodbye. And my first flight, which was an international flight, let me tell you, Maina, nothing. Everything you've just been checking on YouTube. You've just been asking different people the experience, what you need to carry, what you don't need to carry, what you need to shop. Yo, it was not easy. Yeah. Then from there, I just had story time. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. I have lots of story time, telling you about my experience in the UK, telling you all these things. Please just subscribe, like, comment what you would like to know, what you'd like me to share. Yes, all that. Bye, family. Ndio huyo mimi kwa ndege. The first international flight I used British Airways. The funny part, please, no joke, this is based on true story. Mimi kwa ndege, in that plane, honestly speaking, the English that was there, I thought I knew English, Si ati najua English sana, but the fact that kuna ile umefanya English test, umepita, umekuwa ukiongea kizungu since you're very young, I'm like, yo, I don't think I understood most of the things those guys were telling me. You're like, the first day, I was like, why did I choose British Airways? I wish I just took Kenyan Airways. It was very comfortable though. Being the first flight, you're very anxious about everything. Even you don't pay attention to details. Where bora ufike, you just want to start again. That was me. Aya, ndio hiyo mimi kwa ndege, food is offered. Do I even know the type of food they are offering? They just tell me, oh, you need this, you need that, no. Choose what you want. And I was there choosing because I was so hungry. When the food came, oh my God, I can't even eat it. I even don't understand what it is. Yo, let me tell you, Maina. Let me tell you. So, yeah, tukafika. And this is the first day. The company I work for had already arranged people to come and pick me up from the airport. They were there to pick me up. I was very happy. The first day, Heathrow Airport. Wacha niwaambie pale kwa airport. The airport is huge. Ndio mimi hapo Heathrow. Being the first time, yeah? This is a good experience, I'm telling you. When you're facing something by yourself, you need to be brave. You need to be confident. You need to be a bit, I don't know how to say it, but yes, you also need to research a lot of things. So I checked out, everything was okay, my documents were checked. So ndio huyo mimi Heathrow Airport, the company had arranged someone to come and pick me up. They came, picked me up. Oh, are you Terry? Da, 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 da. But let me tell you, the character development nilichapwa that day. So vile nimefika airport, I need to buy, the SIM card. I need to buy a SIM card so that I can be able to communicate with people, such things. Pale kwa airport, oh my God, things are expensive at the airport. And I bought a SIM card. I think it was about 50 pounds. Jeez, convert that money. 50 good pounds. And later on, when I told my friend about, let me tell you, Maina. So the company had already arranged someone to come and pick me up. Someone came and picked me up. Lakini kuna character development nilichapwa pale Heathrow. Pale Heathrow, this is what happened. Mimi lazima ninunue SIM cards. So I went there, bought a SIM card before, the person who had been sent by the company picked me up. Nikaenda, I bought a SIM card for 50 pounds. 50 good pounds day one. So when I told my friend about it, she was like, yo, ulichezwa. Ungengoja, ununue SIM card, at least, I think 10 pounds, ningepata a good SIM card. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, such things happen. You have to sometimes be ready with your budget. Because when you go to a new country, you know nobody, you might end up spending lots of money for very cheap things because you don't have any other option. You need some solutions quick. Yes. So, hiyo ndo character development ya kwanza nilichapwa. And that time, you're using a different currency. Remember, this is the first time nimetoka Kenya, coming to the UK. This is the first time. Yeah? So, nikapatana sasa na the person who was supposed to pick me up. Ndio sisi out kwa taxi. Another culture shock. Pale kwa airport. The guy who came to pick me up. Another guy. And we started. You're already in London. You know nobody. It is you. So first thing, I called my family. I told them, oh, I've arrived. They were all happy. They wished me the best. That time I'm thinking, oh God, where do I start? What do I know? The excitement. You see different, like everything looks different from the buildings, the people. And, in Kenya, to be honest, people are very friendly. Let me say that. People are very friendly. So this is what happens. Kenya ukiingia kwa taxi, even the first thing hata unasalimiana hi nini, then if you ask any question, they are there to answer you quick. I don't want to say the guy was rude. It was not rude, but that is their culture. People don't talk much, like they are less friendly. They less interact with people. So maybe that was the first thing. I'm asking him questions. Remember ile kizungu, the first day. The first day the English even the English itself, you even not, some words inakupita tu, shh. Aya, so ndio huyo mimi, I'm asking him some questions. Alikuwa anakaa a bit less interested. And I'm like, yo, okay, that's fine. Ndio huyo mimi najaribu hapo kuweka data, internet, nini. Yes. And the employer said, niende directly where I was supposed to report for my job, so that I can see the manager, alafu nipo hizo directions zingine. Ndio hiyo mimi nikafika, and they were very welcoming. Yes. Haya. After that day, ndio hiyo mimi huyo tukafika kwa employer. People were friendly. They welcomed me. Though people in the UK mind their own biashara. They mind their own business. Nobody has your time, niongee like my Nigerian friends. Nobody has your time. Aya, ndio hiyo mimi, they were very welcoming. Nikauliza, what do I want to eat? Nikayasema, nini. First thing, British people are like, do you want coffee? Do you want tea? That is their first offer. Na mimi, mimi na chai, mimi na coffee, niko hivi. So I just asked for water. Hiyo time njaa nimechapa. You even don't know, like, hii unasaviwa inaonja aje. Juu kwa ndege sikukula, the food was very different. Okay, to cut the story short, nikaletewa some rice. I think it was some rice and something. Kukula the rice. This is another thing. The food tastes very different from my food back home. So nikakula just a tiny bit of it. Those who know me, the first few days were a good weight loss journey. It was very nice. Positively, yes, I lost weight because I really wanted to lose weight. But on the other hand, the fact that most of the food was just tasting very different, I was even not able to eat it. So, ndio huyo mimi, I waited for the manager, tukaongea na manager, they told me what they expect of me, you know, not in terms of work, but where I need to go for accommodation. The company had paid for the accommodation for me. Ndio huyo mimi, I went there, and I was like, yo, because in this case, some companies were offering, actually most companies will offer 1 month free accommodation or 3 months free accommodation. For me, I was very lucky. Ndio huyo mimi nikapewa. So that time the manager drove me there. So the taxi yashaenda, ndio huyo mimi nikapelekwa sawa the place for accommodation. Another shock. Mimi, I knew nothing about shared accommodation. So in that shared accommodation, I didn't know it's like one house. Let me explain the shared accommodation. It's like one house with different small rooms. Different small rooms. Now, these small rooms, they have different people living in them. What do I mean? One of the room ndo ilikuwa ikuwe room yangu. Now ukiangalia tena, in this house there is a lounge and there is a kitchen. So hizo ni kama bedrooms. Unaona hizo bedrooms, sasa ndo unapoa ka bedroom kamoja ndo kako, ka bedroom kengine ndo ka mwingine, ka hivyo. That's the shared accommodation. So yeah, being the first time, you're so excited in a new country. When do you experience all these things? You're all alone, you know nobody. You're like, yeah, okay, that's fine, and it's free. You're like, yeah, because you need to really budget your money, being the first time. Yes. So the manager also took me, akanipeleka places zingine. This is based on my personal experience. Nikaenda, akanionyesha places za kushop. Not like in this case, zenye ananionyesha ni the ones that are so close to the house. So I went there. Ndio huyo mimi, the currency is different. Ndio huyo mimi naona kitu 1 pound, naona kama shilingi moja. I'm even not in my mind converting it to 1 pound is equivalent to 170 Kenya shillings at the moment. Is it 170 or 175? Yes. So ndio huyo mimi nikakuwa hapo nanunua vitu 1 pound, 2 pounds, and I'm there calling my phone. Ai, vitu ni cheap huku. Yeah. Actually, one day nitafanya a video comparing prices za vitu in the UK and in Kenya. Ndio huyo mimi nikanunua vitu. Manager akaenda akaniacha. Sasa ndio hiyo ni relax, nilale. Yes. The following day, it was a resting period as well, and now it was time to report to work. So that first day ya kwenda job, the manager came, akanichukua akanipeleka job for the first time. Another shock. Mimi nimezoea tunaenda job Kenya, we do the handover, ndio huyo wewe uko na patients, unaenda IVs, tablets, nini, all those shenanigans we do in Kenya, all those things, good things we do in Kenya. And everything was so different. The policies, what you're supposed to do, the do's and the don'ts. Oh my God, mimi ndio huyo sasa, I'm all alone here. I'm like, God, give me grace. Teach me the ways. The first days, I won't lie to you, it was hard. Getting into the system, getting to understand the system. Hapo ndo unasikia vitu hujaisikia in life. Like one thing I would hear, the nurses will understand me. MCA, dolls, you even don't understand. Okay, also some abbreviations we use back home, they are very different. Kama sasa, okay, let me use this example. Since I started my nursing school na wakati nilikuwa nafanya nursing, tulikuwa tunashinda kusema RBS, that is random blood sugar. Sasa mimi nimekuja hapo wanasema BM. Nashindwa BM ni nini? So such abbreviations were also like, uko like, oh my god, what is this? Alafu hiyo time kizungu inakupita. This is funny. But these are the first days, yeah? Actually, this is my day 3 because nilienda job day 3. Haya, ndio huyo mimi nikajitia nguvu, nikaendelea. Pole pole nikaanza kuadjust, nikaanza kusoma. Hiyo time lazima ukue tu mtu wa kusoma. Google, you have to be so intentional. And then you have to be a bit like, if you're antisocial, lazima ukue a bit sociable na your colleagues, because those are the people who will be directing in one or two ways. So there are other things that entail the first days, when you move to a new country. Ndio hiyo mimi nimereport job. Ndio hiyo mimi sijajua hata how I will go back home. Is it a taxi I'm going to take? How to catch the buses, which is very different. Let me tell you about the first bus nili catch. The first day, at least, I had other colleagues who were when tulikuwa tunakuja home na wao. So it was very easy. You go there, everything. Easy. You're just observing and learning at the same time. So the fourth day, nobody was coming inside nilikuwa nakuja. So I had to take the bus all alone. Do you know what? Let me tell you guys. That day, nimesimama hapo bus stop. The buses here ziko na timing. So kuna bus tuseme ya 7 a.m, kuna bus ya 7:30, na ikipita imepita. Unlike where Kenya, gari zinakuja tu, you just stop, unaingia, and that's it. Sasa hapa gari inakuja na time. So if you're not there on time, ishapita, you have to wait for the other one. And that day, because it was on a Sunday, kuna delay ya buses. So kuna hii specific time you have to go. Ndio hiyo mimi nikaenda, nikasubiri basi yangu. Basi, kumbe nilifika 2 minutes, ikapita. The next bus came after 30 minutes. That time baridi nimesikia, because the outfits I had from Kenya, they are very different. Azizui baridi because I came in March, if I remember. That time it was still, I think, winter. Baridi nimesikia. My hands are freezing. They are, oh God. Yes. Those are some of the things people will never understand. The challenges, the cons, the pros, zile vitu unapitia, people will never know and will never understand, because they just see a smiling face, somebody who has come abroad, someone who is happy abroad. Those are the things you see. But now, this time, I'm telling you what happens. Yes, in case you're planning to move abroad, remember. So, the bus came. This is the bus that came, the third one that came. Ya kwanza ilinipita because mi sikujua you have to stop the bus, like you have to stop it. Me, I thought because this is a bus stop, basi ikikuja lazima ina stop. And luckily, the third bus that came, because I didn't stop it, kuna mtu alikuwa anashuka kwa basi. That's how lucky I was. And I'm there. This is the third bus. I'm there after mtu ameshuka, ndio hiyo mimi nimekaa hapo sasa nangojea mtu ashuke niingie. That's how lucky I was. Nikaingia, paid, and sat down. That is the bus shenanigans. Even though another thing that I passed through, even the transport itself, navigating through the transport itself. Ndio huyo mimi kwa nyumba. Before nifike kwa nyumba, I was using a map. Let me be honest with you, I was not used to using a map back home. But this time, since nimekuja UK, you have to navigate with your map, your address, and everything. Baridi imenishika. Ndio huyo mimi kwa basi. Nikafika kwa address yangu. So, these are funny parts. Vile nimefika kwa address yangu, map inanionyesha niingie a certain place. Mimi kuingia hapo, I'm looking at the door and I'm like, really? Hapa ndio nilikuwa jana, ama is this the house, ama it's quite different, because the houses almost look the same. If you're in the UK, to be honest, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Most of the houses zinakaa to the same. It's just the house number, and even before you get to realize these house numbers and everything, it's very different. Nilizunguka that place. I was just zunguka for almost 3 times. Kufika kwa nyumba, nimefika kwa nyumba at 11 p.m. usiku. Baridi nimesikia. I've missed some buses. Ndio hiyo mimi sasa, another thing. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Yeah? I can't believe. Okay. The third thing, ndio hiyo mimi karibu ni miss nyumba. You're tired. You're all alone. You need to cook. And this time you just have to drink water, sleep, and get yourself some energy to work the following day. Let me talk about the long shifts. Back home, tumezoea most of the nurses, they work 9 to 5 shifts, especially those who work in outpatients, 9 to 5, 9 to 4, 8 to 4. Hapa nimekuja 12-hour shifts. Unaingia kazi by maybe 7:30 a.m. unatoka 7:30 p.m. 12 good hours. So ukiingia asubuhi, the next time unatoka ni usiku. Yes. So mi nikalala tu, the following day get energy, go to work. Navigating again come up, ndio huyo mimi kuchelewa tena. Those are the first days. That is my experience the first few days. Next time, I'm going to tell you about like how I got used to the system, how I got to navigate through the system, how the help came about, opening my first bank account, how much I earned the first day I came to the UK, how it was, my reaction towards the payslip. Yes, that will be in the next video. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, it's getting interesting. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I love you guys. Comment on my videos. Let me know what you'd like to know about my journey and everything. If you want to relocate, this is the best channel. If you want to see some fun games with my daughter, this is the place to be. Traveling videos will also be coming up. Yes, please subscribe. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel. I love you guys. Subscribe. And goodbye till the next one. Mwah.